Okay, come, please. We'll sit here. Good evening. Please be seated, be comfortable. So we should call you Rushikesh. Okay, very good. Uh, so Rushikesh, you are a student of sociology. Yeah. So you taken that as a otherwise civil engineering. Yes. So tell me, there's a lot of stress on eco-friendly materials to be used in the buildings. So tell me, like some of the eco-friendly materials which are prevalent in construction these days.
Sir, I'm not completely aware of those materials, but I can uh, I can say the climate smart construction techniques use smart concrete and self repairing concrete also, sir. And also the recycled material from the earlier buildings also is being used, so that there is.
Things are being made out of fly ash. They are being recycled. So what kind of things are being made out of? Where the fly ash is being used?
AIs is being used to make bricks to replace the traditional clay brick, red clay bricks.
What else?
Sir, I do not remember. I am not well aware of that.
Uh, So tell me, so what are the say 4 or 5 modern civil engineering wonders in India which you would admire?
Yes. First would be the Western Ghat railway network. Second would be the sir recently constructed Chenab Bridge. Third would be the Atal Setu in the Mumbai, and modern also include the Howrah Bridge of Kolkata, sir. And the construction of the Mukesh Ambani's residence, that is Antila. That is also a modern civil.
So you said mention Howrah Bridge. Howrah Bridge is pretty old. I think pre-independence. But there are no issues there. So what do you understand by green buildings?
Sir, concept of green building is that uh, the whole process of construction of building, as well as the uh, when buildings are in use, they are more environmentally sustainable. The It includes the less use of energy, the recycling of waste from the buildings also, and the water is being also recycled, so to for uh, recurrent uses.
So water harvesting also. Okay. Uh, so tell me, as a sociologist, so if I ask you that marriage is a dying institution in the country, so how would you react to it?
Sir, uh, it would be exaggeration to say that marriage is dying institute. Still, most of the Indians prefer marriage. Certainly, the forms of marriage are changing, or the age of marriage is getting delayed. But sir, marriage as an institution is not dying in India, at least in India.
Yeah. But like considering that things which happen in West at some stage they come to India also. Like we are saying in the country like Japan and South Korea, marriage is really getting obsolete and population is also decreasing. So you don't believe that something similar can happen in India?
Sir, I do miss. I cannot form opinion on the future of marriage, sir. But certainly, today it is not happening in India.
Okay. So another just sociology related question. So you see earlier we used to have a concept of joint families. So gradually like we have moved to the nuclear families. Now it is double income, no kids. So those kind of things are happening. So what are the social repercussions it is likely to have in the years to come?
Sir, it's repercussions on, especially on the institution of family, and another repercussion will be on the old age care and the socialization of children also. And as we are seeing the uh, uh, double income no kids family, the childrens are less and less preferred. Also, nuclearization of family leaves the grandparents in the village itself. So the care of old age is also being a concern for Indians.
Okay. So this district Nanded in Maharashtra. So where it's located? What are the neighboring districts?
Sir, Nanded is located on the eastern part of Maharashtra, bordering the Telangana state. and neighboring districts include Latur, Parbhani, and Hingoli on the northern side, and Yavatmal, sir.
You know what is the ODOP product identified for Nanded?
Yes, sir. One district, one product identified for Nanded are the chili and spice products of chili and turmeric, and second is the soybean based products.
Okay, so you have an interest in cricket.
Yes, sir.
So tell me, like, what is the difference between red ball cricket, pink ball cricket, and white ball cricket?
Yes, sir. The red ball cricket was a traditional ball used for cricket. It is mostly right now it is played in only in the a long term format like test cricket, and white ball cricket is played white ball is used in the ODIs and T20 internationals, ODIs one day internationals and T20s, and the pink ball is used for the test which are day night tests, sir. So it is a rare event in the test cricket, but sir, every series they have at least one means now they are having at least one pink ball test match.
But I know.
Okay. What is Nanded famous for? Nanded is famous for many things. The first is historical Gurudwara. Yes. What is important about the Gurudwara? Which Gurudwara is that? What is it called? Sir, it is called Sachkhand Gurudwara, and it is one of the five takhts of the Sikhism. Why is it? What is their significance? You know the historical connect. Why Nanded is important? It's called Panch Pyaras, of course. Why? Other three are in Punjab. One is of course Patna, and the fifth is Nanded. Why is Nanded? Sir, Nanded is the place where Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji took his last breath, and here itself he announced that the Guru Granth Sahib would be the Guru of Sikhism here from there on. So that is the significance of Nanded Sachkhand Gurudwara. Good. Now, your choice of services, you have placed IFS at fifth place. Okay, you have customs, revenue service, all above it. Why? Sir, basically, I want to stay in India itself because I am the only child of my parents. So that brings me the my service preference. So that I preferred IFS as my fifth option. Okay. Now you have preferred IAS in Odisha, IUPS in Bihar. Why? Sir, it's just on my personal preference of my friends. Like one of my friend is from Odisha and one of my friend is from Bihar. So I distributed my choices with them, sir.
And
Then again, in your primary cadre, which is your first zone, you have number two IAS in Chhattisgarh and IPS in Gujarat. It's again on your friends. No, sir. It's just I was not able to come to the conclusion. So which cadre should I take? So I took the decisions of a cadre more on the my instinct at that time. Though if in Chhattisgarh as an IAS, there is lot of work to do on tribal areas and other the health sector and education sectors. And IPS doesn't have. IPS also has. So you thought there is power, so we shouldn't talk about that again. Is that so? Maoism is now in the its final stage. Okay, you studied in Warangal. Yes. It has been a hotbed of radical students' union. Yes. Yeah. So Maoism was thriving there. Many of the recruits actually moved from your alma mater. Am I right? Yes. Eh? I would like to say one name, sir. The Basava Raju, he was the civil engineering alumni of our college. He headed the CPI Maoists. I know what I was saying. So, how do you look at left wing extremism? What's happening to left wing extremism, and why left wing extremism, and why now we are successful against left wing extremism? uh, Left-wing extremism's rise had many socio-economic causes in it. So lack of development or the the inequalities and the perceived injustice from the forces. So it grew in the tribal districts and the backward regions of India. But now, sir, we have worked on fronts of security as well as the providing the filling the vacuum of governance in those areas. So it is now dying out, sir, Naxalite movement. What has been the reason behind our success?
Only this socioeconomic factor that reduced.
No, sir. We on security front, we adopted the aggressive strategies where center and state collaborated with each other's security agencies. The many states like Andhra Pradesh has Cobra forces, Maharashtra has C60, and the coordination of states and centers ensured that the Naxalites are always on the back foot. And on other fronts, sir, governance, we had strategic like Samadhan. So on that strategies we work so that the grievances of the people of that region are uh, solved, and they are not failed to victim of the Naxalite ideology.
See, while I understand that so center state collaboration contributed to elimination, can't be the sole reason why Naxalism got eradicated, which is something which existed for decades, got eradicated just because center and state collaborated. Center and state were collaborating earlier also to a very great extent.
There are other factors like the funding. We strictened our norms of funding under FCRA. So we stopped the fundings from other foreign sections to the Naxalite movement, as well as we saw the forces used technology for the of state means operations in the that region.
So some of those technological advancements or technological inroads, can you just list them out?
The one I could think is the use of drones to find the hideouts of Naxalites.
Better connectivity. Both.
Connectivity and the sir, thermal cameras that could be used in the night times.
Okay. Also the waning of alveoli, don't you think? Your alma mater only now, how many RSM members are there? Eh?
Yes, sir.
Isn't that also a factor, internationally waning of society?
Yes, sir. The idea winning of ideology is also one of the contributor to.
Sociology, you're optional. Do you support caste-based census?
Yes, sir. I would support the caste-based census.
Why?
Sir, because caste-based census would uh, give the say the administration or the policy makers the tool, the objective criteria and the necessary information to tackle the caste backwardness.
Is caste a functional necessity today?
No, sir, it is not a functional necessity.
Then isn't caste-based census reinforcing caste identity?
They are trying to have caste census so that we can uplift the so-called backward caste which have fallen back in the socio-economic.
Tell me, if urban areas today, you yourself studied in Warangal, etc. Do you think the urban youth is now caste conscious?
Sir, there are some indicators of youth being caste conscious, but it is not the whole picture. Sir, youths are now more of a modern thoughts and liberal thoughts, so they do not uh, identify themselves with on the basis of caste.
Since they don't identify themselves on the basis of caste, if every 10 years you are going to ask them which caste do you belong to, won't they be forced to identify and become more caste conscious? Aren't there intercaste marriages taking place?
Sir, means naming their caste and behaving on the basis of caste ideology are different things, sir. Means one can, if someone asks the caste of the person, he might say the name of caste because he belong to that caste, but in actual behavior in the society he might not behave as per the caste based ideology or the discrimination based on the caste, sir.
But don't you think Dr. Ambedkar said the annihilation of caste is the only solution?
Yes, sir. Annihilation of caste is should.
So annihilation caste means elimination of caste. Yes. But don't you think caste-based system itself is discriminatory? To say that caste, I believe in caste system, but I don't believe in caste-based discrimination is an oxymoron. The caste system itself is inherently discriminatory and hierarchical. So if you believe in caste, the discrimination will always be there.
Yes, sir. But for our uplifting our of the caste based the backwardness, so we need the acknowledgement of the existence of caste, and we have to measure the which caste are backward and which caste are.
But the government policies are already there for upliftment of backward castes. Yes. So there is no problem. Government policies are there. Why do you have to reinforce this identity to come eradicate?
The government appointed Justice Rohini Commission for this purpose, and sir, they have identified that in OBC reservation, to 20% caste are taking up benefits of almost 90%. So that's why it is needed that we have to measure which section of society and getting reservation and which are still staying backward.
So, do you think in a caste based census, people should also be given an option of saying no caste?
Yes, sir. Definitely, people should be given the option of saying the I do not belong to any caste.
Like, so Narayan Murthy says that he doesn't belong to any caste, he should be allowed.
Rushikesh, you follow cricket? Uh, Recently, the blind women team from India, they won the World Cup. Okay, who was the captain of that team?
Sir, I did not follow that news.
Oh, that's great. Uh, Also, you said that one of the most sacred places of Sikhism is in your particular district, isn't it? Have you visited that place, that Gurudwara? Yes, sir. What is one thing that you can learn from Sikhism? But what is that aspect of Sikhism that influences you?
Sir, there is one Sikhism philosophy called Pirimiri, which says that there should be balance in our spiritual conduct and the materialistic aspect. So it's like the middle path of Buddhism. We should not be take any extreme, the spiritualism to its extreme or the materialism to its extreme. So we should balance our spirituality and materialistic aspects. That should be the one principle I would like uh, about Sikhism.
You have been reading about Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and his life. Okay. Uh, Again, what qualities of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj you admire the most? What qualities?
Sir, first would be the integrity. Second would be the courage and bravery. Third would be inclusiveness. Fourth would be, sir, the foresightedness of Shivaji Maharaj.
Tell us any instance from Shivaji's life which is lesser known, because since you have explored about his life, and any story that we can learn from, which is a lesser known fact.
Sir, there is incidence of the daughter-in-law of Kalyan Subedar. So when Maratha armies raided Kalyan, so they caught the family of the Kalyan Subedar. So one of the army's person presented daughter-in-law of she was it is called that she was beautiful, and that army person presented that women to Shivaji Maharaj as a gift. But Shivaji Maharaj gave her respect like his mother, and sent her back to her original place. So that's set an example for his army personals also. It gave an outlook how his administration worked at that time.
And how the respect of women should be.
Yes, sir, this is well, any
And you have also explored different forts, isn't it, in that particular region? And you are a civil engineering student. Okay. Now, when you look at these forts and when you see from civil engineering perspective, what aspect of these structures inspire you, or you are not surprised by knowing that even in those times, such technology was being used in such forts?
Can you?
When you look at the forts, okay, and you are also civil engineering student, okay, what aspect of those forts inspire you, okay, or surprise you when you see that structure in a scientific manner?
Sir, one is the durability of structure. The Western Ghats are the monsoon receiving a place. They receive the lot of amount of rainfall every year, but still these structures are standing still. So durability aspect of that force is something.
For that, despite so much of monsoon, they are standing still.
So the use of construction material and the techniques they used for the building of the forts. They use the local stones present in the Western Ghats, and and the construction, the thickness of the wall that varied. The foundation were strong for the forts, and they used the scrapment of hillsides, the uh, protecting structures for the fort.
Okay. Which fort will you recommend us to visit? Because you must have visited many forts there. So if I ask you which one particular fort that you recommend us to visit.
So my personal favorite is the fort called Rajgarh. It is near Pune. Sir, it is very beautiful, but there are no modern facilities available to the forts. So we have to trek only there. But sir, once you get on the top, the view from there is very surreal, sir. You can see other forts from. It was the capital of Marathas, and you can see other at least 10 forts from that hills, the fort of Rajgarh. So it gives a very satisfactory look on, uh, satisfactory view once you reach the top, sir. Rajgarh Fort in the Pune district.
Sir, asked you about the caste census. Okay. When did the first caste census happen?
Sir, I'm sorry, sir, I do not know. Where is the last caste census? The last caste census in the state of Bihar is,
All India level I'm talking about.
sir, I think, can I take a guess? Sir, it was in, I think, 1951. No, 1920, I guess. Okay. Yes.
I'm not sure. But uh, do you think that the role of caste in Indian politics, okay, has declined after the liberalization reforms of 1991?
No, sir, certainly not. The role of caste has not declined in the Indian politics. It is changing the forms. Caste is adapting to the politics in various ways, but still the caste is pretty much relevant in the politics.
It should have declined, no? Because after the economic reforms, if money is coming into India, then instead of caste identity, the class identity should be stronger. But you are saying that instead caste has remained important factor. If so, what's the reason behind it?
Sir, one thing is that uh, caste has not completely declined and class has not completely arrived. Caste and class now act in the congruent. So the old traditional hierarchy of caste is now getting replicated in the classes also.
Okay. There was one Supreme Court judgment 1 year back. That was the last judgment given by Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, Mumbai property owners case. Are you aware of that? No, sir. I have to read. Are you aware of Article 31C in the Indian Constitution?
It is regarding the exception to the right to fundamental rights, but I'm not sure what it is. I have to revise it.
What is Uniform Civil Code?
Uniform Civil Code is the civil laws. Civil laws for all communities should be the same, sir. Like for marriage, for divorce, for adoption, and for inheritance. These laws should be equal for all communities in the India.
Where does Constitution talks about it?
Sir, Article 44 talks about the Uniform Civil Codes.
So, if do you think that UCC is required?
Sir, UCC is required in India, but many experts and many communities have highlighted that currently it is not the time to implement the UCC.
But even after 70 years, the Constituent Assembly wrote in the Constitution under Article 44 that Uniform Civil Code should be brought, isn't it? When the time would be right. Even after 70 years, when we are saying that still it is not right time to bring, then I think it is a problem. Okay. What creates challenges in the implementation of UCC?
First of all, sir, a pushing of uniform civil code is pursued by the majority of community of minority as the in that the violating their religious rights. So this would be the first major problem, that minority perceives it as a state interfering in their religious matter. And other is, sir, this minorities religious perception and the hierarchy of the religion in their thought process have to be reduced, so that at that time we can implement the uniform civil code.
But it's personal sphere, basically talking about birth, death, marriage, divorce, inheritance. All these are not religious affairs. These are just personal matters. And if we can have same criminal law, why can't we have the same personal law?
Yes, sir.
that it is not the personal matters, but it is seen as, it is perceived as the interference in the religious matters.
Great. Thank you, sir.
ठीक.
Thank,
Okay, all the
thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Have a good evening, sir.